Hey friends, this is Waylon. Hey friends has become my default greeting. Makes me feel like I'm running for president in 1955 or something. But hopefully we are friends, and hopefully I can be a reference point or a friend from afar. My name is Waylon Lewis. I like to talk about really just anything. Life, mindful life is our mission at Elephant. But I like to try to find ways to be helpful. I grew up in the Buddhist tradition, and let me turn my swamp cooler off here. A little more silence. And that Buddhist tradition has been very helpful to me as life progresses in its easy, fun, hard, awful moments. Life is not for the faint of heart, but it can also be fulfilling and joyful and giving and responsible. So today I interviewed Marianne Williamson. She's a wonderful best-selling spiritual author and running for president. And we had a dialogue, and we disagreed about a bunch of things respectfully, in a friendly way, I think. I hope. And we agreed about a lot of things. And I noticed in the comments, because she's, super popular, that many of her fans, the second I stopped being just all in agreement, immediately thought I was a bad person, the problem, blah, 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 corrupt. I was seeing all kinds of comments. And that's unfortunate. And I actually said live on air, look, Marianne Williamson can handle some respectful disagreement. Any candidate for president must. And we don't want to all belong to some sort of cult or little fan club. For those we respect or even idolize, we want to respect and idolize them because they have inspired us to be more powerful, more giving, more kind human beings. We don't just want to find clubs to worship or belong to. And we had a lot of respectful disagreement and a lot of enthusiastic agreement. Did I say that right? Respectful disagreement and enthusiastic agreement. It's been a long week. It's only Monday. And, Molly, who I work with at the talk show, reminded me that, maybe it would be good to talk about engaging in that muscle again as a society of being respectfully in disagreement. So the other day I was on a friend date with a pal. She talked about being not anti-vax, but anti-vax basically. And, we nevertheless had a very respectful, fun time. She was able to talk about why. I was able to talk about why. My why there is simply, there's vulnerable, elderly, blah, blah, blah. There's people other than me, and I want them to be able to stay safe. And for my own safety, it can be helpful too. And I think anyone who lived through the polio, epidemic before the vaccine knows that vaccines can be and have been incredibly life-giving and helpful, life-saving. But yeah, there's a lot of kind of, siloed communities who won't talk to each other. So can we talk with one another? Can we listen with one another? We don't want to platform racism or misinformation, but at the same time, we want to not just say everyone's bad and we're not going to talk to them. One of my idols, speaking of idols, is Daryl Davis, who's a Black gentleman who has befriended and actually helped retire something like 150 Ku Klux Klan members. Now, if he had said, look, you guys are wrong, I'm not going to talk to you, I hate you, no one would have held it against him. It's totally understandable. The KKK is a hate group. But he didn't do that. He said, I'm going to go meet with these guys, I think they're all guys, as human beings and get to know them as friends. And once they see me as a human being, then we can talk about them giving up their robes, giving up their membership in the KKK. That to me is powerful. Not all of us are that powerful or fearless, but somehow he did it. And, there's a video article about him on Elephant that I put up if you want to check it out on elephantjournal.com. So this is just a reminder that we can breathe, we can be a little more powerful than we think we may be, a little less fragile, a little less knee-jerk, reactionary, which I definitely am sometimes. I get horrified by people who have kind of fallen into conspiracy crap. I always say, there's some real conspiracy theories we could focus on that are destroying the entire earth, like the oil companies and their quest for short-term profits at the expense of all future generations. So big love to all of you. Quiet group today, but from Boulder, Colorado, your friend, Waylon Lewis, out.